Hey everybody, welcome back to Freeze Frame. This is your one-stop shop podcast for all the latest updates on movies, TVs, and for TVs. All your latest updates on movies and TV. We're giving you spoilers, we're giving you speculation, theories, news and headlines. But I'm your host, Ryder Maldonado. I'm joined with my co-host, my good friend, Luigi. You guys know him. Fabulous member.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Tricky Casual. How you doing, man?
How are you guys doing? How are you guys? Just enjoying so much new stuff, man. I'm still on Paramount Plus. I'm exploring that some more. I have a fun idea since we reached episode 11. Let's flip the script and start from the bottom up. Let's start with our recommendations. My recommendation for this week is the Twilight Zone. The new Twilight Zone is absolutely interesting. I watched the first episode and was just like,
with just Jordan Peele host that, right? Is that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he does a really good job with that, and I actually really enjoy. He kind of just comes in at the beginning and then just right at the very end, just like the original.
Okay. Cool.
And they actually do some really cool and like kind of Black Mirror type sci-fi, which is fun to explore. And if you haven't seen the original, by all means, like definitely check that out first.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, what about you, Ryder?
Oh, I'm gonna recommend Pulp Fiction, the classic film from Quentin Tarantino. And I had to see this for class the other day, and I've seen this movie before, but I had to do some papers on it and stuff. So I recommend you guys, if you haven't seen this one yet, definitely get to it. You know, if you have free time, it's definitely one of the greats that you just gotta check off your list. You know, it's classic. It's awesome. But yeah, without further ado, we want to thank you guys for listening on all the audio platforms. We appreciate you listeners. We remember Luigi was telling me the other day, we have some people that they like listening to us while we have some coffee, while you're sitting down, relaxing. We appreciate you guys. And if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. We do this every week along with the gaming podcast Checkpoint. Check out all our social media, TikTok, Twitch. We're everywhere. We're all over the internet. And we appreciate you guys checking us out and communicating with us. Go ahead and comment your thoughts on the headlines. We'd love to talk with you guys. But without further ado, all the housekeeping out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our first headline. Luigi, what do you got for me? You can start us off.
I'm going to start you off with something extremely wild. Disney World is testing facial recognition for entering the Magic Kingdom. That sounds like some 3D sci-fi world stuff, right?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. It says you can enter a line that allows you to volunteer for the test of the device. And basically you stand there. I believe it takes a picture of you or it scans your face and then becomes like some sort of like 3D program that they're going to have on the other side to create like an AI so that it'll be able to scan a lot of people. Very wild. I have got to say I have been vocal about Disney and how much of a power threat they are in this world. And this seems like the next step in just like entering that domain. Like Jeff Bezos, Amazon running,
taking over Monopoly
industry, taking over. Monopoly man status, you know, with $1 billion. I have all the blue cards and all the hotels, you know, like I own it all. It's coming. I think eventually, and the sad part is it's like, if there's a bigger sense of deterioration in our government, it's those big businesses that you just see like taking over more and more. It's like a real government would have been a long time ago. Been like, okay, dude, you're in control of too much. You're doing too much.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, and it's like, it's funny to me, but
definitely
there's some
interesting,
Disney news.
Disney
there's
news,
some Disney
we got
news
some Disney
here.
stuff.
We have some DCEU news, and I think you're gonna want to hear it later on. Special castings and lots of exciting things came out this week, and even something that we didn't expect, something that I don't think anybody expected. Disney Plus greenlights National Treasure TV series, Huge. TV series of National Treasure, the movies, the both of them, with a Latina lead now. Where is Nick Cage? Will we see him?
Who knows?
Thoughts?
I feel like there could be a cameo. I like we were talking about this earlier. I feel like there could be a cameo maybe in the first episode or the last episode, maybe like a clash, you know, and it's just like a funny little joke. But I'm sure he could be attached somehow. But there's just early developments. But we'll let you guys know if Nick Cage is involved or who knows, you know, with that.
What would you prefer? Would you like the Bradley Cooper in Limitless where he's like comes at the end, he's like, let me show you how the pills work?
Yeah.
Or would you like the last second like Luke Skywalker and Mandalorian?
I don't know.
He saves the day when maybe she's feeling like she can't. Oh, I don't know how to complete this task. He's like, I know how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe like a last episode type thing. He pops up and it says, "Hey, what'd you do? You stole. I heard you stole this. Cool." And he's like, oh, "That's it." Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's gonna involve some sort of history that was established. I wouldn't be surprised if other characters are like mixed in there. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. But I got some light
it's
news
cool.
here. I'm just gonna get through some of them, and then I'm just gonna go through the light news and
this.
just knock
I like
them out
this.
real fast. Yeah, we got Spiral from the Book of Saw. I know you have some info on this. We're getting a release date for May 14th. That's coming out soon. Of course, you can piggyback off that one in a little bit. Here we go. Evan Peters is gonna be playing a serial killer. Jeffrey Dahmer, the one who he was the one who ate people, like he ate hearts and stuff. He was the cannibal. Yeah, he's gonna be in Ryan
Army
Murphy's-
Hammer.
Yeah, like Army Hammer. Oh God. Anyway, Ryan Murphy is helming the Netflix limited series. It's gonna be called Monster: The Jeffrey Dahmer Story. Oh yeah, Evan Peters, good casting. I mean, he's a kind of he can play a creep.
Can I stop you for a second
Yeah.
and ask you a question? How do you feel about someone who murders all these people and then they're like, oh, you get a limited series like in the future? Like, just know that. Like,
I mean, yeah, it depends on how you do it. Because I think if it brings awareness and shows history, that's cool. But if you're just like glorifying him, like I think with the Zac Efron one, I think a lot of people were like, they were I don't know, attracted to Zac Efron because Zac Efron's a good looking guy. And the killer was, I think, what was his? I forgot his name, but he was a good-looking guy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy, yeah. And so it's kind of like, I hope you guys are getting the message that this guy lured women in and murdered like 43 women.
Right.
Like, get the message. Don't like, yay, killers, they're cool because it's a Netflix show. Like, I hope they get the message.
Yeah. Well, even Saturday Night Live makes and depicts the women on their show, apparently, that they just like are waiting to watch crime shows. Like, they made a sketch about it recently where it's like secretly when women are alone, all they want to do is watch like crime shows and like death shows and like murder shows. It's just like, and it's interesting to me that was a sketch that somebody made. And,
for sure.
It's just wild the amount of television that we have right now, and the fact that they're bringing the Spiral back, like you said. I want to jump on that for a second. Yeah. Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson are in this movie, and I am blown away. I want to read a little synopsis here for you. It says, a criminal mastermind unleashes a twisted form of justice in Spiral, the terrifying new chapter from the Book of Saw. Working in the shadow of his father, an esteemed police veteran, Samuel L. Jackson, brash detective Ezekiel Zeke Banks, Chris Rock. So Chris Rock is the son of Samuel L. Jackson. I'm already in. And his rookie partner, Max Minghella, take charge of a grisly investigation into the murders that are eerily reminiscent of the city's gruesome past. Jigsaw in particular. Unwittingly entrapped in a deepening mystery, Zeke finds himself at the center of the killer's morbid game. So Chris Rock is going to be playing the game for his life.
Wow.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think this is cool because we've seen a trailer for this a long time ago, and we kind of know the story.
Early last year,
and we kind of knew the story. It's kind of like, wait a second, it's a spin-off almost in a way because it's called Spiral, but it's in the universe, and so we might get Jigsaw. We don't know if he's dead already or if he's like, if it's older or many years have passed, but I think it's cool that they're kind of bringing the classic story and kind of adding a twist to it and hopefully freshening it up for much modern day, much newer day. I was gonna say a new generation, but it's really, I mean, it's been constantly going on for the past like 10 years or whatever. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. I like those films. I've seen them all. They're cool. They're funny. They're kind of like stupid horror films, but that's all I have on that one. I can continue on if you don't have anything else.
Dude, honestly, I am excited to see it because I feel like it might be a hit. So it might revive that franchise. So I'm excited.
Yeah, true. All right, I have right here new casting for Shazam: Fury of the Gods. We have a lot of DC news in this. I know we have a lot of DC, so this is cool. Helen Mirren is going to be playing the villain, confirmed in Shazam 2: Fury of the Gods. That's cool. And then we have, this is a confirmation as well. This was a little later ago. Black Widow has been pushed back officially to July 9th and will release in theaters and on Disney Plus Premier Access. So that means you have to pay extra.
$30.
$30.
So, more like $37, I should say.
Really? Is it taxed too? Everything?
No, because you play that.
We could. Yeah. So it's gonna be on the same day, July 9th. So it's up to you whether or not you want to go to the theater and see it or pay that extra. Because theoretically you could pay $30 on Disney Plus or $37 and have like a whole group of people see it. It's like you don't have to pay for tickets, but either way, get a nice confirmation on that. Finally, Cruella is going to be releasing on May 28th, simultaneously in theaters and on Disney Plus Premier Access. And then Luca, the Pixar animated, is going to be premiering the same as well on Disney Plus and in theaters, but it's going to be free. That one's free. You don't have to pay premiere access. That one's
For
coming
Luca?
out. Yeah, for Luca. June 18th.
Thank God.
That one comes out. Yeah, that one's going to be
Stick to that model, Disney. Stick to that model. With all this facial recognition stuff, we need some good PR from you. Give me some more free stuff.
Exactly, yeah. And then with
Black Widow.
With Black Widow being pushed back, Shang-Chi has also been pushed back to September 3rd. So who knows?
I saw that. I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
You know that movie was going to be one of the first 3 movies released if there was no pandemic. That was one of the I think it was like number 3. Honestly, like that was going to be just like the smash hit that was going to bring back the Iron Man hype. Tony Stark is dead, but look, we brought back an old villain. You know, it's exciting to build back on his lore. You know, the story that he had established. Yeah, but it missed out because of coronavirus. So it's interesting. But I have a lot of really cool stories here as well. I want to talk a little bit about Marvel, with some light news, since you hit them with the light news. Emma Stone might be playing Spider-Gwen in Spider-Man 3. What are your thoughts of that? Because I would love that personally. Like Emma Stone jumping in Spider-Gwen.
I would be
pull her from the
down.
animated movie.
Oh yeah, I'd be super down for this. I want to see all the characters of the Spider-Verse really get hashed out in live action. You know, I want to see all the different iterations of Spider-Man, Andrew, Toby, Tom, and yeah, Spider-Gwen. Bring in the Spider-Noir, Spider-Pig. Bring it all in. I don't care, you know. But yeah,
in the
that's
Spider-Pig.
cool. You know, I wish we got
gosh.
confirmation on that, but I'm gonna, of course, we're still gonna be looking into it, and I definitely want to find out if that happens.
I'm gonna be honest. That's the greatest thing you've ever said. Like, if Disney puts in the Spider-Pig, it will all be, confirmed.
Yeah.
Like everything is connected.
Everything would be crazy. Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel news, we got some MODOK news. John Hamm is going to voice Iron Man in the animated series. I believe it's animated. Yes. On Hulu, it's going to be available very, very soon. Nathan Fillion is Wonder Woman. Interesting. I love it. WonderCon ended today.
Yeah,
WonderCon ended today. And WonderCon actually had some really cool stuff. We're going to be dissecting that very soon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's been posting a lot of videos.
RPG and tons of new games. Like there was an Altered Carbon RPG.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming.
That's cool.
We're getting one for the Netflix series. I'm like, what is that game? And it's going to be based off the show. So yeah.
Okay.
Be excited. Nice. Also, while I was talking about Spider-Man 3, I don't want to miss this. Tom Holland said there is one major emotional scene in this movie. So
I'm sure there's gonna be a lot. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of those.
Okay.
That's pretty cool to hear. That's it. Okay. Well, I'll continue on here. Let's see. We got Keanu Reeves. We got some cool news from him with John Wick. John Wick 4 starts shooting in June and will no longer film back to back with John Wick 5. Mike Finch is the main screenwriter in the film, and he's shooting on location right now in Berlin, Paris, New York City, and Japan. So it's gonna be a pretty global event for those films. And then we also have right here, Keanu Reeves also has... What's up?
I just think this is crazy because you're talking about John Wick. Because John Wick, I have a story here that says the creator says that the studio no longer wants to make the sequels with him. So it wasn't his decision, but he's been pushed out. So the original creator of John Wick has been pushed out of the movies, and then the next movies are going to be done without him.
Okay, interesting. So we have another Keanu Reeves thing, Berserker, which is a comic that Keanu Reeves stars in. It's getting an actual film and an anime adaptation for Netflix. So just more Keanu Reeves stuff. And of course, he's going to be starring in it, I think. Yeah, he's going to star in both projects about an immortal warrior battling his way through the ages. So pretty interesting. But Keanu Reeves always being cool, So that's it for those.
I want to ask you a quick question. Just take a pause here from the news. I want to talk to you about a trailer that dropped this week.
Okay.
Obviously, you probably know what I'm talking about. Maybe the people who are listening know what I'm talking about. If you're a current listener.
Which one?
The Suicide Squad.
Oh, yes.
What did you think of that Suicide Squad trailer? I want to hear your thoughts first, and then I'll go.
I'm looking forward to how stupid and how funny it looks, and I mean that in the best way possible, because it almost gives me sci-fi vibes, like the Sci-Fi Network, where it's kind of like dumb and cringy. But
Sharknado?
Yeah, Sharknado. But the CGI, of course, has a $200 million budget, so it's amazing. But yeah, King Shark and all these obscure DC characters, I love that. It's kind of like the Harley Quinn TV cartoon on HBO Max. I've been watching that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I love King Shark in this movie. It looks on the trailer, he looks so funny, you know. And then Polka Dot Man and Bloodsport, a lot of weird characters. Weasel. So I'm in it. I think it's gonna be funny, you know.
After I finished watching the trailer, I was like, I can see why John Cena's Peacemaker is getting his own TV show.
Yeah.
Like, the character is just one of the best.
Yeah, he looks so dumb, man. But good, yeah, cool dumb.
It is a fun movie. I think it's going to be really interesting to watch that on HBO Max when it drops. Same day, theaters, HBO Max, which is exciting. But honestly, I am looking forward more than anything. Like, if I really want to get into like film and TV, like excitement at the moment, the Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, right? But now I'm more excited for Flashpoint after watching Snyderverse.
Ooh, yeah.
Or Justice League, you know?
Yeah.
And speaking of Justice League, I just found this out this week, and I was kind of blown away by it, because I was just like, how is this possible, right? Zack Snyder was inches away from quitting the whole film. The 4-hour epic almost didn't happen because the guy, and this didn't come out until after the film was made, so it's just really interesting to hear. But apparently it was over the fact that they wanted I actually should say, there's a spoiler alert here, because this is the last scene of the movie, so I don't want to just like give it to you without
skip 2 minutes ahead and then we'll be done with
it. Yeah. But basically at the very end, the last scene, Batman comes out. He's awoken after this dream, and he comes outside of this little cabin he's in, and Martian Manhunter kind of comes and sees him, and he tells him like, hey dude, you know, I've been here this whole time, you know, like there's a war coming, you know, like I'm here, so we'll be in touch. And then he leaves. Apparently Zack Snyder wanted that to be Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern. And Warner Brothers was like, no.
Yeah,
and that's the one thing that they pushed back on, only that one thing. They said, no, we're not gonna let you do Green Lantern. We'll do Green Lantern when we're ready to do Green Lantern. You know, and now they're saying the Restore the Snyderverse movement is getting bigger, because more and more people are watching the movie. And Zack Snyder has said, it's not my call, but he's into it. You know, he's like, I might be down. And he is producing Suicide Squad. So he's still involved in these movies.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
You know, he's executive producing. So it's like, he's putting money down. He's investing in DC because clearly he likes these characters, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he dips his fingers in Flashpoint in some way, but it's just not like directly said. It might be like, you'll just see it in the end credits, and you'll be like, oh shit, Zack Snyder was involved. Yeah, you know? That's cool. Yeah. But he actually broke history in Canada. The streaming service Crave, Canada has its own streaming service called Crave that has a bunch of our shows and TV from all of our streaming services. They put it in this one. Apparently, the Zack Snyder Justice League broke the record for the most viewed thing in the history of Crave, topping the last season of Game of Thrones. Absolutely interesting and wonderful for us Americans.
yeah. Restore the Snyderverse could come back. Who knows? But that's definitely awesome to hear. I have some more DC headlines here as well. This is
hit me with them.
For The Flash. I know you have when it comes to Michael Keaton, but when it comes to Barry Allen's father, you know, we had Billy Crudup has been recasted, and now they announced the casting. It's going to be played by Ron Livingston. So for those of you that know, the most recognizable thing I'd say is Office Space. He was the main actor in that one. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. It's a scheduling thing. That's what they said, but we got that. And then we also have a new casting for Dr. Fate, a big name in the DC universe, for Black Adam, with starring The Rock. Yeah. He's going to be casted by Pierce Brosnan, James Bond himself. So that's huge, because I don't know too much about him. I know he's kind of like the Doctor Strange-esque type for the DC world. You know, he's a sorcerer. He gets his powers from the helmet, the medallion. It's a mystical thing. And yeah, Pierce Brosnan is going to be playing him. So that's cool.
I think Pierce Brosnan is probably like the best person you could have picked for this, because it's like he's an older, kind of gritty actor, and I think he's gonna be able to play this mystic, like, who's been in this helm for like a long time. Probably he's had the helmet for a while, you know, maybe 6 or 7 years, maybe even longer, 20 years. You know, he's just been in the background of the DC universe, just watching everything, just exploring the world, and he can reveal himself at any time. I think that's very exciting. I don't know when that will come out, but you know what's interesting? Our Man, we were talking about it last week, was actually, what's interesting about that show that was going to come out, before it was just announced that it was going to be a film, the CW was actually preparing a TV show about it. So it was
Oh,
like they were
okay.
both
Yeah,
both of these creative teams were like pushing the idea of
Hour
the
Man.
Hour Man.
That's funny.
And it was just, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But speaking of writer's room and productions, we have another show coming from Justin Roiland. That's right. Solar Opposites and Rick and Morty, both made by Justin Roiland, both created by him. Solar Opposites is getting a second season arriving a week from now, which is exciting. Rick and Morty, hopefully soon. I'm waiting. We've all been waiting. Where is it? Season 5? Come on, dude. Does it even exist? Is anybody even started? They're saying they've started season 8. I'm like, where's season 5?
What?
I don't need season 8. I need
What the
season
heck?
5, bro.
Yeah.
Like, give it to me. But he's got a brand new show, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, stop making new shows. Focus on Rick and Morty. Get it
That's
done.
it. Yeah.
He goes ahead and makes a new show. He calls it Koala Man, and I just go,
man.
the balls on this guy. I love it. It's great. It says, an animated family comedy where the patriarch lives a not-so-secret identity of Koala Man, an Australian suburban superhero with no powers but a burning passion to snuff out petty crime and bring order to the community.
Wow.
Who's asking for this?
No, that sounds interesting for sure. It's just, feeding off the streaming service buzz. Everybody's trying to get a piece, and he's just trying to fill his roster. And I appreciate that. I respect it. Interesting for sure.
You want to hear some real animation news? The
What else?
Boondocks. The reboot to the Boondocks is coming in
Yeah.
2022 to HBO Max. That's
yes.
real news. That's real news. Justin Roiland, get to work on Rick and Morty. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. Well, we have some more animated news. I got right here. Static Shock, a very popular cartoon from early 2000s. It ran from 2000 to 2004. It's getting remade, and it's going to be a live-action film. And so it's tapping the safety writer, Randy McKinnon, to write the script. And then Michael B. Jordan is producing. So that's pretty cool.
Michael B. Jordan is acting, directing, and now he's producing.
He's really
Man's doing it all. He's trying to be
well-rounded.
like Donald Glover. He's trying to be like, yo, let me slide in here.
does
and take
music
over.
too. Yeah, gets in
Yeah,
it.
he's
It's
like,
involved in
he
everything.
might.
Who knows?
He might.
Yeah, but we'll let you know in casting news for that. Hopefully, we'll hear some more news, but definitely interesting to say the least. We have Transformers news as well. Now, this is, let me just say off the bat, Michael Bay is not connected to these movies at all. No creative control.
Thank God.
So we have a new Transformers film that's separate from the Paramount universe. It's going to be in the works from Angel Manuel Soto at the helm. And Marco Ramirez is going to be writing the script. It's going to be a standalone project separate from Paramount's mainline cinematic universe, along with they're making another film, another Transformers film that's connected to the Bumblebee universe with Haley Steinfeld. So they're just pumping them through.
Haley Steinfeld single-handedly saved the Transformers IP from going into the garbage disposal.
Yeah, I agree. It was great.
She was literally the only reason like anybody was talking about Transformers at all. When did it come out? Last year? Or was that 2019 when Bumblebee
I think
came out?
it was quite a bit ago. I'd say maybe 2019.
I think it was 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a good movie though. I actually really enjoyed that. Wasn't John Cena in that?
Yeah, he was. He played like a military bad guy, turned good in the end, I think. Something like that.
Yeah,
Pretty cool. But
that's cool.
what else you got?
I have Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi's What We Do in the Shadows spinoff, Wellington Paranormal. Have you ever watched What We Do in the Shadows? Yes, you have. I'm talking to the audience, by the way, Ryder. But you should if you haven't. Like, it is literally one of the greatest, if not one of the best TV show comedies out there. It's just hilariously ridiculous, and I like the character work on that. It's just good. The energy vampire, hilarious. The little doll that ends up becoming alive, if you'll understand when you watch the show.
That's so silly.
Even Mark Hamill himself makes an appearance.
Yeah.
So exciting, so fun. They're getting a little spinoff, Wellington Paranormal, which apparently is going to explore like this group of people who's trying to catch the vampires, which is kind of cool. Cool that it's getting a spinoff. That's great. It's coming to the CW and HBO Max. This is the first time. Remember we talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
The connection of it, They're releasing at the same time, or one's first. I think HBO Max first, and then CW, or something where it kind of made us like, what? Like, it seemed strange. But yeah, awesome for sure. We have some more. Let's see, streaming services. Amazon Prime's The Boys season 3, adding more characters to their roster. We have Katia Winter is reportedly going to be casted in the role of the infamous Russian mob boss from the comic, the graphic novel Little Nina. So I'm unfamiliar with the book, but for those of you that are fans of the comic, the graphic novel, They're just adding more and more characters to their lore, to their live action show. Definitely cool to see that. They're just keep feeding it. Feed the monster.
Dude, Amazon Prime runs on 2 shows, right? It
Yeah.
is The Boys and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
yeah. It's just those two. And they're forgettable.
And like,
well, not boys, but
no, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is a good show. It's a good comedy.
Yeah.
Right? And I've met multiple actors on that show, but The Boys just hits different because it's actually like something that you wouldn't expect from a superhero movie, because you're so used to the Marvel, like, nice, like, we're never gonna kill somebody until the very end, and then Loki comes back with his own show. It's like, you died in the movie, but now you have your own show.
Yeah.
So it's like, were you
Confusing.
really dead all along, or was it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's very confusing. Speaking of confusion, Josh Whedon reportedly blacklisted in Hollywood.
ooh.
You know who's confused? Josh Whedon. He's like, what's going on? What did I
Yeah.
do?
Not us though. Not us.
What's going on? Ray Fisher? What did I say to that guy?
Oh.
And then he would probably say something racist. Dude's apparently not a good director. You know how I can tell? Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody just now realizes, like, he never had creative vision. And that I'm not saying that to be harsh. I just feel like we've covered this. We've covered this, the allegations, everything that's been going on. And I think personally, after watching the movies, like, I'm just like, dude, there's just no way that you were handed this movie that Zack Snyder had with 3.5 hours done.
I just said
And
nope.
Exactly. It just said nope. And I'm gonna create my own thing and just have 5 weeks of vacation filming with these actors and just goofing around, doing these ridiculous dumb scenes that don't matter.
Yeah. A lot of different shots that are not appropriate. It's just weird. Yeah, but definitely interesting. Yeah. Unfortunate for that guy. You know, you put in what you get out what you put in. Right? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
So whatever. Anyways, continuing on here. This is kind of a huge one. They covered it on Checkpoint. Vinny with our special guest here, Cheesy Plays, was on a Checkpoint this past week.
Cheesy Plays,
our gaming news podcast. If you haven't checked that out, but this goes in both realms. The popular PlayStation game Ghost of Tsushima, phenomenal game, definitely recommended. It's getting a live action film with the John Wick director Chad Stahelski. He's helming the project, so you have somebody who understands action.
Wow.
With Japanese samurais, Ghost of Tsushima. And violence and an amazing game, great visuals. I mean, that's gonna be sick, dude. Sony's smart with these titles, taking games like Uncharted and making them movies. Last of Us, HBO show.
It was eventually gonna have to happen with certain, like, IP. Like, you create such good franchises, and it's like, what are you gonna eventually do with them? You got to make some films. You got to build out these characters, make them 3D.
Yeah,
you know, people want to experience it. People want to hear about it, and they want to know everything that has to do with the process. And exactly that I want to talk to you about right now. The Lord of the Rings prequel. Remember, we covered it the second week of this podcast. A star, one of the biggest stars of the whole new show, got dropped. They kind of had a mutual understanding, I guess. They were gonna reshoot a bunch of scenes. And this is basically what happened. Amazon watched the first 2 episodes, and they said, we don't like it. Let's go in a different direction. Let's try something different. And the guy said, fuck that. I like this. I think we should stick with this. And they were like, nah, we're going to do something different. And he said, well, maybe I should just go. And they said, maybe you should just go. And then he left. And
Crazy.
Imagine losing that type of gig, dude. Imagine losing the type
on your
of gig
resume.
where you think, well, no, but where you think that, like, you seriously think this is my lucky break. I landed the Lord of the Rings new series for Amazon, right? And you film it. You're already doing it. 2 episodes are out for the the producers to see, not out for the public. Yeah. And then it's like,
hey,
you know what? We don't like it.
We gotta make
don't
a call.
like it.
It's not you, it's us. They pull that. It's not you, it's us, but really it's you. And no, I don't know. But yeah, unfortunate for that guy. I feel bad for the guy's resume. Who knows how they're gonna figure that out. But anyways, I feel you. Okay, let's see. Continue on here. What do I got here? Oh yes, speaking of Lord of the Rings, we have some Game of Thrones. I guess there's a connection there. I don't know. It's mythical empires and worlds. George R.R. Martin, he's inking a 5-year deal 8 figures on that
Whoa,
contract.
how much?
I don't know how much, but I'm gonna say what, 20 million? 36. Yeah, about 20
Probably
million.
more.
Yeah,
80,
probably more.
80.
80 million? Okay, I don't know the exact number, but it's an 8-figure overall deal with HBO. He's going to be developing more content for the network and HBO Max and serve as executive producer on all Game of Thrones projects in the works. That means spin-off shows, the animated features, cartoons, all that stuff. So, man, this guy, I mean, we were talking about it with George R.R. and then some other actress that you have, I think, on your headline. They're just,
Issa Rae.
Huge.
Issa Rae. Say her name. Issa Rae.
So why do I have to say? You say it.
Say her name.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Why? Issa Rae. She's a fantastic creative. She got $40 million for the next 5 years. She's making bank right now. She's currently filming the 5th season of Insecure, the final season of Insecure as well, and working as an executive producer to Robin Thede, a Black Lady sketch show. So I want to tell you a little bit about some of the projects she's got coming up in the next 5 years. Apparently, she's got a docuseries called Seen and Heard and a backyard wrestling drama called Trey Can't, produced with Dwayne Johnson's 7 Bucks production at HBO, as well as the hip-hop comedy Rap Shit. I think that's exciting. On the film side, Ray's Hooray label has a Set It Off remake in the works at New Line Cinema, which is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers. I think Issa Rae is going to be pretty much set for life after this.
Yeah. Her and George, they got those deals and they're going to take that money to heaven. Take it off.
It just goes to show, someone said it to me earlier, I think on TikTok. They said, we're reaching the age of extreme materialism. Like, we now want everything and constantly want new things, right? So it's just like you're constantly searching for either a new cup to drink out of, or a new chair to sit on, or new friends to hang out with, or new people to talk to, because that's, like new content, new videos. That's why YouTube is still such a massive platform, because of the fact that so many people are constantly looking for new things, which thank you so much for being here. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever the service may be, I just want to say thank you so much, because I enjoy talking about film. I enjoy breaking this stuff down with Ryder. It is extremely fun, and it is extremely fun to speculate. And let's speculate some more right now, because Michael Keaton might be replaced by Christian Bale.
Dun, dun, dun.
Christian Bale, the man who actually took off the mask and made money. Because let me tell you, when Christian Bale finally became Bruce Wayne, I think the world stopped and said, you know what? Superhero movies can actually tell a story.
He has,
Yeah. And then it created Heath Ledger's Joker. And then we just kept building on it, and then just keep, like, people talk about that Christopher Nolan, like, trilogy so much. Like, people analyze the fuck out of it. Like, so many videos on YouTube talking about it. And I'm just like, it's good. But now I want to see Flashpoint. Now I want to see
the Batman, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, exactly. And Flashpoint might not have Michael Keaton because he's worried about coronavirus. Britain, where the movie is being filmed, apparently has had a lot of mutagens, that mutations from the initial COVID-19, and Michael Keaton is worried, which is completely understandable. I'd be worried about my health. I'd be like, I don't know if I want to go over there. I think I might want to just stay in America. And so Christian Bale might take over. But either way, I think, and we've discussed this a little bit before, that this is just a tease, because Christian Bale is going to make an appearance either way. I feel like he's just going to pop in maybe for just like a split second. Like, maybe there's going to be like a portal opening, and then we're going to see all 3 of them standing there like, what's going on? And then it's like, I need your help.
Oh.
And then they all grab like some form of staff or something.
Like Shazam. I feel you. That'd be pretty interesting.
Maybe Our Man just shows up. Boom, and you're like,
it's all random.
That guy's so new. Like, that's like a Captain Marvel type ass move if they would just do that. Like, it's a new character, and now that's the one that saves the day. That's the one that destroys Thanos' ship, right? By just being and just I'm just gonna destroy. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm more excited about Monica Rambeau, Give me a little bit more Monica. You know
Yeah, me
what?
too.
Captain Marvel 2 should be called? Monica Rambeau's Story After WandaVision. I know it's a lengthy title, but trust me.
That could work.
Trust
We'll
me.
pitch it. We'll see. We'll see how it sounds. We'll see if they like it. Anyways, I'll continue on here. I got one, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 or O. I'm not too familiar with the exact name, but there's a movie coming.
Oh,
Announced for theatrical release this winter. It's going to adapt the prequel manga of the same name, Jujutsu Kaisen. So all you anime fans out there, get hyped because it's coming. We'll let you know on an exact release date in the future. But that was an exciting headline to hear. And I got some more, but you can continue on. How many more you got?
I got a little bit of news here. We were talking about Warner, but we were talking about Warner Brothers before, and now we're talking about them again. They want Millie Bobby Brown. Doesn't that sound weird to say out loud?
They want for what though?
For the DCEU, they want her to be in the DCEU. They want Millie Bobby Brown. They want
I don't know.
her as an actress to be in their universe, to be some character.
Batgirl? No, I don't know.
Batgirl, you think?
No, I mean they're aging fast. All those Stranger Things kids, it's crazy how they age so fast.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's crazy how much like big properties she's gotten, you know? She's like the face of Godzilla versus Kong now. Well, not the whole face, but you know, she's like the main star of the movie. Besides Kong and Godzilla. But
You know
one.
what's funny? You just said that
What?
the main stars of a movie are just animated CGI projections.
Yeah, I know. they're just nothing. It's just a computer. CGI.
And the Oscar goes to Godzilla for his performance in Godzilla vs. Kong. Mr. Godzilla had been in 2 previous films.
Oh my
One that
gosh.
didn't do so well in the box office, which spun out to, Godzilla King of Monsters, which was actually pretty decent. Come on.
It was
Who
good.
didn't want Mothra to win? We all were thinking
Oh,
it,
yeah,
but it
Mothra.
didn't happen.
Little moth.
Remember that guy that sacrificed himself? He was like, this little creature's gonna eat me, and the thing just turned around and like whipped its tail and like he threw him into the mountains and like. He
Oh
blew up.
yeah. I remember.
I'm excited for Godzilla vs. Kong. Couple days, I think it's like April 8th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple.
It's
days
coming out
away.
soon. Yeah, coming out soon. HBO Max.
I'm hoping that what's the movie that's coming out? Space Jam 2. I think it's coming out in the summer, June something.
Oh yeah,
June.
that'll be in theaters for sure.
Oh man, I'm just like hyped. Like HBO Max actually hit me with like a good list of movies to look forward to.
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay, I'm actually vibing with this.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna talk about something real quick that I found a really funny and interesting story about Toy Story 2. Everybody's watched Toy Story 2. I'm sure everybody's seen it. If you haven't seen Toy Story 2, what are you doing? Have you seen Toy Story 1? Have you seen Toy Story 4?
Yeah, we've seen them. Yeah.
3? How about the spin-off of the Spoon? The fucking Spoon got a spin-off.
Spoon.
Come on.
Forky or whatever.
Actually, it's a fork.
Oh, spork.
spork.
I don't know what it is. I don't remember.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's both.
Well, anyways, Toy Story 2.
Fapoon.
Right? Pixar is cleaning out files, right? Let me set the scene for you. Pixar is a company, right? Animation company. They're cleaning out files on computers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're smart people. So they go, let's create a little bug or like a little
thing.
searcher, a little bot,
yeah.
that searches for, files that are within these parameters and deletes them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they set the parameters, they send the bots out all on their computers, and the bots apparently killed all the files for Toy Story 2 on everybody's computer.
Oh,
So Toy Story 2 was just lost, right? And all of a sudden, everybody was just like, holy shit. Like, we were 90% in on the movie. 90% in. Like, they were 10% away from finishing it, and the shit's gone. And then one of the employees was like, oh, I've been keeping hard drive copies at home. I have a backup.
Oh my God, no way.
And then they were able to bring back the whole movie because of that one employee. Imagine that.
Wow. That's insane, dude. I hope that guy got a raise or something, like a bonus,
Dude, I'm just like, dude, that's such a crazy story.
insane.
I watched that movie so many times when I was a kid. I had the VHS.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's classic.
honestly it's one of the best.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I want to touch on one last story here before I think this might be my last one.
Okay.
Jimmy Simpson is going to star in a show called The Man Who Fell to Earth, a Showtime series. I'm interested in that. I think that might be something that worth checking out. Jimmy Simpson is from Westworld. He actually played the young man in the black cap.
Yes. Yeah. He's awesome. I like that guy.
Yeah. Really excited to see that. And I think that pretty much rounds me out. If you want to just keep it going whatever you
Okay.
got. Like,
Well, switching gears here back to HBO, we have a Bo Burnham is cast as Larry Bird, the iconic basketball player, in HBO's Lakers series covering the Showtime era. So that's pretty cool. And then we also have something for Vikings actor Lawrence Furerain takes a lead role in The Witcher Blood Origin. So this is a prequel series to The Witcher show with Geralt, with starring Henry Cavill. He will play Fajal, a warrior on a quest for redemption in the spin-off series set 1,200 years before Geralt. Just, building that whole universe there. But, I mean, that's about it for me, too. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that. But if not, I have one more here.
well, I'm interested. I saw something here. Where's it at? I was just on it.
Warner Brothers? I got Warner Brothers strikes a deal.
What deal did they cut?
Okay, so we got Warner Brothers is striking a deal with movie theaters to screen films exclusively in theaters for a 45-day window before they hit HBO Max. So I heard that recently. I saw that on social media. But who knows? These deals are changing on the fly. So, of course, this could all change. But still, pretty cool. Streaming services, obviously, are the king bee right now. So if you got them, lucky you. Yeah, that's about it. That's it for me.
Okay. That's it for us then. I think that's everything. I thought I saw one more thing, but I guess... Oh, I wanted to talk to you about Flash and the dad being replaced. Honestly, that was one of the saddest things I heard this week, because I don't want to say I fell in love, but I definitely appreciated all the actors on Justice League. And I will never stop raving about this movie because it was a masterpiece in my eyes. I don't care what anybody else says. And I'm just excited for it. I think it's going to be great. I hope that it's restored. Restore the Snyderverse. I'll keep saying it. I'll hashtag it. I'll scream it out. I'll send pigeons with little scrolls where it's written on there in different languages. Geez. It'll be exciting, and it'll be filmed by Zack Snyder, because I will meet him one day. I will.
Okay. Well, what's the news? Barry Allen's dead. No,
that was it. No, I was just.
Oh, okay.
It made me feel sad that they replaced him, because I loved all the actors.
Yeah, I got you.
Chosen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
But final words, maybe a secondary recommendation. You brought one up for me. I will say the Harley Quinn show on HBO Max.
Yes.
It's R-rated, and it is absolutely a mindfuck. It's not what you think it is, because it's the greatest thing on earth. So go check it out.
Oh my God, dude. Losing it. Okay. Anyways, well, that's it for me. I mean, I would say recommend Fargo. Go check that out. It's a TV show. If you have Hulu, just go.
Fargo again. This guy.
I know. I'm watching. I'm enjoying it.
What else you got, man? What else?
That's all I watch, man. Falcon
You're
Winter
only
Soldier.
watching Fargo.
I'm only watching that.
Who do you watch on YouTube?
I watch a lot of Funhouse. I'd say Funhouse or Strictly Casual. Watch both of those back to back.
Okay.
Go watch
Watching
those,
Strictly Casual. If you guys haven't seen that Suicide Squad trailer reaction, you guys better check that out. We just released that. Watch it with us. It's much more fun. Also, check out Checkpoint if you guys already haven't. Freeze Frame is coming at you every week. We're reviewing all the news, all the movies, all the TV shows that are coming will be reviewed and talked about on this podcast. So check it out if you already haven't subscribed. And thank you so much for tuning it in every week with us, Luigi and Ryder. Thank you guys so much. Ryder?
That's it for me. You guys have a great time. We'll see you very soon. Have a good one. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Restore to the Snyderverse. See you later.